Hey, what's going on, guys? So it is that time of the month where we've gotten another Halo Infinite update, and this time we actually got some screenshots, which, that's pretty cool. And yeah, well, let's just get right into it. I gotta say, man, I'm loving these screenshots. I do. I like this Forerunner architecture. It's very reminiscent of Halo 3, and I'm also kind of getting like CE vibes with it as well. Also with this image, I love the vibrant colors of the Covenant. You can see the red grunt here, the blue jackal shields just glowing. I really like that. They really stand out. But one thing I will say about the Covenant in this image, and it's not super easy to tell because these aren't, like, I'm not seeing them up close, but from what I can tell, they do kind of look a little plasticky, cartoony, like toys a little bit, and similar to what we saw in the gameplay reveal. I'm getting the same kind of vibes there, and I just, I hope that's not the case. If it is, whatever. But people like to say that Halo 3 had a cartoony art style. It definitely did not. And, just something about the Covenant in those games, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Reach, they just had it was the Halo art style, but the enemies, they had this vicious, intimidating look to them. I'm thinking of the brutes, I'm thinking of the jackals, and from what I can tell in this image, these kind of just look like toys, but again, this isn't an up-close image of the enemies, so I don't know for sure. Also, with this blog, they talked a lot about this, and I mean, and let me just say this real quick. I'm not running through everything that was talked about in this blog. That's not what I do with these, because let's be real, most of you watching this have either read it yourself, or seen the screenshots on Twitter, or already watched a video from somebody else. I'm usually pretty late to getting these out, so I'm just going to cover a few different things that I wanted to talk about. They did talk a lot about this. They talked a lot about this ultra-wide aspect ratio, and they showed plenty of images of that. I mean, that's cool, but to get a whole blog talking about it is kind of crazy. I mean, they talked about some other things, of course, but goddamn, I think they talked a little too much about this ultra-wide. Here we get some settings. We can see the minimum and maximum frame rate. That's really nice. I wish we had that in MCC. Got this image right here, and I mean, this is just showing the aspect ratios. We'll look at a better picture of this in a second. And then we got this again, just showing off this ultra wide aspect ratio. Here we got more settings. These are just quality settings: shadows, textures, anti-aliasing. Triple keybinds are a thing. That's really cool. So you can keybind 3 different keys to a single action. And if we look at this screenshot here, we see some more settings of the key bindings. And if you look, you'll see crouch and slide and sprint here, which we already knew there was sprint and slide in the game. But we don't see any other abilities in these key bindings. Obviously, this isn't all the controls, but I kind of feel like they would keep sprint and thrust and whatever other abilities are in the game all together. Maybe not, but yeah, we just see slide and sprint, and we know clamber's a thing because we saw that during the gameplay reveal, but we do not see that here in this screenshot. And I wonder, I mean, the clamber mechanic, that could be something similar to Destiny 2. For those of you who've played that, it kind of like, you can your player will automatically clamber. If you barely like miss a ledge, you're a little bit below it, your character will automatically clamber up on it. If you're holding forward towards the ledge, I believe. So it could be something like that, where it automatically does it. I don't know. And here's this image right here. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. Like, I really do like this fucking image. You got the hologram of the Guardian or whatever that thing is back there that we have seen in Halo 3's multiplayer map. Epitaph, that's cool. I mean, this again really reminds me of, you know, Bungie's Forerunner design, and yeah, I think it looks really good. I do. Again, with the enemies here, I need to see them in action and a little more up close. Yeah, I don't know. like look at that jackal, man. I mean, it looks like a toy. I mean, it has a little helmet on. It doesn't. They don't look awful. I mean, I'm nitpicking here, but like, you look at the jackals in the past Halo games, and they looked angry. They looked vicious, but. Yeah, I don't know. They look a little too plasticky and toy-like to me. But I'm not. It's, you know, that's whatever. You know, not a huge deal. And you also have a grunt over here with. I don't know if I'm looking at this wrong. Like, he has like something on his back. Is that carrying grenades? Is that like a plasma grenade right there that he's carrying on his back or something? Can he shoot that? Is that like a launcher? Does he shoot the sticky nades? Is that I don't know. We also see on the HUD here, boom. We see 2 grenades down here. I guess the first one's a plasma, and the second one is it doesn't look like that shock grenade that we saw. I don't know what that is, honestly. I saw, you know, some people don't like how the weapon and the grenade display is down in the bottom right. Which is how Destiny does it, if I'm correct. Honestly, it's not a huge deal to me. I'd prefer it be like it was in every other Halo game, just because that's how it's been since Halo CE, and I'm used to it, and you know, don't fix what isn't broken. So I would prefer it be like the old way, but it's not. It's not a huge deal being in the bottom right, but whatever. And then with this image right here, the landscape, a Zeta Halo. If you look down here, people pointed out this thing looks like the chopper from Halo 3. And there's also an image of a Halo Infinite toy that looks of a Halo Infinite chopper toy, and it looks very similar to this. So this is probably the chopper. My favorite Halo vehicle, hands down, is the chopper. So that's cool, that's returning. It was also mentioned in this blog that Halo Infinite will be cross-play and cross-progression. I think that's really cool. I'm not too excited about cross-progression just because I'll be playing on PC exclusively. I don't really see me hopping back and forth between Xbox and PC. But no, that is cool. That it is cross progression, cross play. I expected that, and that is cool. But there is one thing that is that. Hold on. Sorry, I was looking at this image. Hold on. Is that one of those like openings that like the Sentinels come out of back there? That might be what that is. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know. I just noticed that. But yeah, anyways, what I was going to say is one thing that I think is incredibly stupid that they mentioned in this blog is that they're basically going to have forced input-based matchmaking for competitive playlist in Halo Infinite. Yeah, I don't get that, man. I do not get that at all. Yeah, they say right here, we plan to restrict competitive playlists based on input type, not console versus PC. That's because we believe the input is the biggest differentiator in gameplay ability, with things like aim assist on the controller or the precision of sniping with a mouse. You can play with a controller on your PC to play ranked with your console friends, or even mouse and keyboard on your console to play ranked with your PC friends. Well, first of all, they make that sound like all these Xbox gamers just have like a PC, have a mouse and keyboard just laying right next to them that they could just plug in, and they have a nice table with a lot of space on it to play. Like, no, a lot of people that play console, that play Xbox, you know, they just set up for a controller. They might not have a keyboard or a mouse and a nice, you know, open desk where they have room to use that. So it's not as simple as just, just plug in a mouse and keyboard if, you know, you want to play ranked with other people using mouse and keyboard. It's stupid, man. I mean, I do think Halo Infinite will have the player base to support forced input-based matchmaking, but I just think it is incredibly dumb. Like, how many other games do this? I'm not aware of any. Are there, that's a genuine question, are there other games that do that? That have forced input-based matchmaking for the competitive playlist in that game? I do not understand this at all. Why is it forced, though? Like, why is it forced? Why can't it be an option that you could toggle on or toggle off like it is in MCC? This is kind of like... I don't get it. I'm trying to think. I really am trying to think of like an actual legitimate reasoning behind this, but I don't know. Like, I kind of feel like 343 is making this extreme decision just to make sure that in competitive playlists, people ain't complaining about dying to other input methods. Like, yeah, they could make it a toggle where you could turn it on or off, but I guess in their eyes, they don't want to take any chances of people not turning on the input-based matchmaking and still complaining about going up against controllers or vice versa. I don't know. Yeah, that is really stupid. That is really fucking stupid, man. So, like, if I'm playing with somebody who plays mouse and keyboard and I play controller, we can't play competitive together? That is so stupid. This is so dumb that I am pretty confident this will get changed. That's how fucking stupid this is. I am very confident this is not... that it either won't launch like this and they will make it a toggleable option, or after launch they'll incorporate an option where you can turn it on or off. So I don't know about that one. And at the end of the blog here, they hinted that there's going to be more shown at E3 this year. They said, and the great news is that summer, i.e. game industry event season, is just around the corner, and there are glorious plans afoot. I think we all kind of expected to see something at E3. I think we kind of expected to see something these last couple months. So yeah, I do believe E3 we will see a good amount of the game. We'll probably get a trailer and some gameplay footage. Maybe, hopefully, we get to see multiplayer. Maybe they'll play through part of a campaign mission. I don't know. And then after E3, I'm sure the updates won't be so few and far between, and there will be more to each update. So yeah. Honestly, yeah, I was. This is actually more than what I expected for this update. I mean, honestly, I wasn't ruling out that we were just going to get another fucking audio update. But yeah, I like these screenshots. There was a couple things that I'm not a huge fan of, and especially the input-based matchmaking. That is lame as fuck. And I do think that will change. There's come on, man. That is incredibly stupid. So I guess now we wait for the next update. I mean, I can't get super hyped about the game yet. I can't do it. I need to see the game at this point. I'm just going through this update here because there's a couple things I wanted to talk about, and that's pretty much it. Maybe I'll get more hyped when we actually see more gameplay footage and fucking multiplayer. Like, let me know what this game is about. But, yeah, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.